Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Yes, so an elder was disgraced in a way that has never been done in the palace. His name, Chief Olumide Ogunranti, okay, a long-standing member of the Inner Traditional Council, okay. Ooni of Ife disgraced him. They said they seized the staff from him and they pushed him out indefinitely for, opposing that Queen Naomis Ìkà Odua should be reserved until after the Oferinade ritual. And you know that after the what do you call the full moon ritual, Kabiyesi has been given complete authority. Nami also has authority right now in the palace. Okay, Kabiyesi is not one to want to look down on tradition. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He knows how to uphold tradition, but he said that he would never. Apparently, what Kabiyesi did to this man was just making him a scapegoat for others to hear, to learn from. They said the palace of the Ooni of Ife was cast into a tense silence when a dramatic and symbolic action took place, one that would echo through the royal walls for generations. A highly placed elder chief, Olumide Ogunranti, a long-standing member of the Inner Traditional Council, had his staff of office seized before the council and shown the way out of palace indefinitely. This wasn't just a disciplinary act, it was a deeply spiritual and authoritative decision with historical weight behind it. Now, what led to this drastic and unprecedented decision? Chief Olamide Ogunranti had been one of the hidden opposers of Queen Naomi's return to the palace. While he never spoke openly in the public space against her, he had been actively involved, behind the scenes, subtly blocking her full spiritual and cultural restoration after the triumphant, success of the third full moon ritual, which reestablished Queen Naomi's divine, place, beside the Oni. Most elders bowed in agreement, understanding that spiritual forces had already made that decision possible. However, Ogunranti refused to yield. His most recent act of, disrespect was his outright opposition to allowing Queen Naomi Ìkà Odua, a sacred ancestral symbol representing a woman's spiritual return to her royal, origin, to be preserved within the palace chambers until the final Oferinade sealing ritual. Now, the Ìkà Odua is not just a physical object, it is a spiritual vessel, often a crown-like item made of consecrated material, okay? It's they put it in the finger, it looks like a crown, okay? Which houses prayers, oath, and the full moon energy channel towards that ritual, that ring, okay? It must remain untouched and safe in the palace until the day Queen Naomi returns for her final spiritual sealing ceremony. Okay. Now, Chief, Ooni of Ife had decided to give that ring to Olori Naomi, and now he gave the ring to Olori Naomi. But they said this Chief Ogunranti, argued that the Ìkà Odua should remain within palace grounds, claiming it might create disruption in the traditional flow of power and even insinuate that Queen Naomi's spiritual presence was already too strong in the palace. This statement, though indirect, was seen as a rejection of the divine verdict rendered through the ritual. When the Ooni of Ife heard about this opposition, he summoned the full council with a firm but composed voice. The Ooni declared, "This palace has seen betrayal, marked in tradition for too long. The gods have spoken, the spirits have accepted her. Anyone who resists now resists the throne itself, and no staff shall protect rebellion." And came the action that shook the world. A royal guard, stepped forward and, on the king's order, retrieved Chief Ogunrade's staff of office, a long, carved symbol passed down through generation bearing the insignia of his family's spiritual authority in Ile-Ife. The staff was not just a stick, it is a living symbol of his access to the palace, his seat in council, and his ancestral covenant with the throne. Kabiyesi sent them to remove that staff from him, and they sent him out of the palace, and he is not coming there. He will be out indefinitely. And a lot of people are saying Kabiyesi wanted to make a scapegoat of this man so that no other person will try that nonsense again. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.